Good afternoon, Super Metroid fans. That's right. We've got more Speed Gaming Live 2021 Super Metroid Any percent tournament action coming your way right here on Speed Gaming 4. My name is the Hockey Towner, and it gives me great pleasure to be commentating this race between deknyff and omnigazer. But don't you worry, I'm not alone here in the old commentator booth. I'm joined by MM2 Nest Cartridge. What is going on, MM2?
Well, thank you for that introduction, Hockey. This is gonna be a good race. We have two runners here, both in the bottom bracket, both running the good old route, and I'm excited to see how this goes.
You and me both, MM2. We got a little matinee presentation here. I hope you're all going to stay tuned because there's a lot more of this tournament action coming your way on various Speed Gaming channels. You just have to check the schedule. But the gate has been dropped and the runners are off to the races. Well, at least I hope so.
Yeah, me too. Omnigazer has started, and yeah, it looks like we've got a pretty decent delay, but yeah, we will get that sorted out for you.
Absolutely.
Short order.
So for those of you that are new to Super Metroid speedrunning, specifically the any percent category, of course our runners are beginning on Sirius Station. They're going to have to damage themselves down against Ridley, because if they didn't do that to skip through the cutscene, they would have to hit Ridley 100 times with that pea shooter. But once they make it down to the planet Zebes, MM2, why don't you tell us what they're going to be doing, what sort of item pickups they're going to be getting?
So, unlike my run from earlier today, they will indeed be getting both suits, both the Varia suit and the Gravity suit. For those who don't know, I was running max percent suitless earlier today, but that's not relevant. But they will be getting both suits. They'll be getting the majority of all the major items. We might see a Spazer from particularly deknyff. We will not be seeing a spring ball. We will likely not be seeing a screw attack, but we will definitely be seeing a space jump, and we will be seeing the plasma beam. We're gonna see all those other major items like the high jump boots and the speed booster and the charge beam. And yeah, they're just gonna be flying through the planet and beating this game in short order. It's gonna be a good one.
Absolutely, MM2. That's a really nice escape time from both runners, about 43 seconds. I think Omnigazer was about a second ahead, almost 44. So very solid series times getting off of that exploding space station, making their way down to the surface of the planet Zebes. And like MM2 said, they're going to start off by picking up a major and a minor item down in Retro Brinstar. Those of you who are familiar with the first Metroid game, you will find the appearance of that section of the game to be all too familiar. But you mentioned Screw Attack, MM2, and I feel like Screw Attack as an item in any percent is a little bit slept on by beginners. I know of at least one runner that executes a green gate glitch to get the Screw Attack and then has a super comfy lower Norfair. But also for beginners, sometimes the grapple beam is also an option. It makes for getting across the moat very easily and gives you that quick kill against Dragon. But I would be pretty astonished to see either of these runners pick up either of those items.
Yeah, Hockey, as a known grapple beam enthusiast, I don't think I can support getting grapple beam at any percent once you're past like the 1 hour, 10-minute barrier. It's way too much time for what it's worth. But yeah, the Crocomire fight just not gonna be seen. But we will be seeing instead the Shine Spark over the moat. No CWJ from either of our runners here, hopefully.
Absolutely. I mean, at that point in the progression, you've already been to Bubble Mountain down in Norfair. You've already gotten the speed booster. It doesn't make any sense to use CWJ or horizontal bomb jump to cross the moat when you can use that Shine Spark. But there's that morphing ball, and Omnigazer into Construction Zone, going to grab that first missile pack. Those two items together are what kind of activate the rest of the game. You saw when our runners entered the room that we call the parlor, there were no enemies, but once they make their way back up the elevator, leaving Retro Brinstar for the last time, it will be the last time that we see this area, since they've gotten all that they need. Yeah, they'll be heading grabbing those morph ball bombs. And our first mini boss of the game, MM2, if you don't count the Ridley fight.
Yeah, the only time I'd even count the Ridley fight as anything close to relevant would be true completion, but that's not any percent. So yeah, we will be seeing the Bomb Terizo fight, which is it's an annoying fight to be honest, but it's just something you have to get out of the way and you have to practice, and you'll do it in pretty much every speedrun ever, except for the glitched ones. So, and the PAL ones, I guess.
Oh, for sure, for sure. For those of you that are new or haven't heard about the differences between PAL and NTSC Super Metroid speedrunning, Bomb Terizo skip is possible in the that does run at 50 frames per second instead of 60. But this is the NTSC version of the game, so no BT skips. They'll have to fight BT. The name of the game for the BT fight is pea shooter shots in multiples of 5, and also spreading out those missile drops once BT kind of coughs up all those spheres that drop pickups. And if you spread them out in a nice arc, you'll be able to pick them up multiple times and avoid the decapitation animation.
Heck yeah, hockey. Yeah, deknyff. Sorry, doing a safer climb strat. I actually like it. If you're not as comfortable with the faster climb strats that Omni showed off, then yeah, doing a safer climb strat and just getting the extra consistency can be quite valuable. Omni going through BT quite fast. That was good. That was good fight, good drop placement. It's pretty just solid fight overall.
Yeah, I completely agree. That was a picture-perfect BT. He opened with that little jump shot just to get the positioning and get that extra shot in, and also be able to spread out those drops. We'll see if deknyff has the same luck here. Definitely good drops, but just kind of torpedoed right into all those drops there, kind of banging a missile against the wall there. Gets another missile drop, but gonna be getting the decapitation animation here. Omnigazer into Terminator. He's headed down to Green Brinstar, gonna tank the damage off these green pirates. That is a telltale sign of the KPDR or old route for this any percent category. But also nice Alcatraz escape from Omni. We'll see if deknyff can execute the same. Alcatraz is a bit of a hurdle for newer any percent runners, but once mastered, it's hard to mess up. Look at that. First try from deknyff. Absolutely phenomenal movement. And deknyff's going to head down into Terminator himself. Meanwhile, MM2, Omni's into Green Brinstar. You know what that means.
I do. It means we're going to be seeing the reserve tank, because this is reverse boss order, right?
Oh my goodness, MM2, I set you up for it and you whiffed. You whiffed, MM2. No, you didn't whiff.
Darn.
We had a first major sequence break of the route that was the early Super's mock ball. Tell us about that mock ball, MM2.
Yeah, so if you just morph, if you soft morph on the ground with some momentum, you can carry that momentum into ball form and roll under those gates. Or you can arm pump at 30 times a second on 2 buttons and be TAS, and not mock ball. But that's for TAS.
That is for TAS. TAS only, not possible for humankind to do, although worth trying at least once. But deknyff going to set up for his early Supers mock ball. See if he gets a nice arc there. Doesn't quite get the soft landing that he wanted. He's going to back the train back into the station, give that another go. Meanwhile, Omnigazer grabbing those charge missiles, picking up the charge beam, an essential pickup for this any percent route, especially with the beam combination that they're going to be assembling throughout the rest of the game.
Yep, deknyff gets the jump through the door and does get that mock ball there. Very nice.
Very precise input, very nice movement from deknyff. I like that he held jump. I think that's a really good strategy, especially if you're kind of like a newer to intermediate runner. There's no reason to try to do the short hop right there. Do what's consistent and comfortable.
Nice bug boost there from Omni. Didn't get the gate shot, though, so didn't get the full range of the optimality. I don't know if that's actually a word.
Oh, it absolutely is, MM2. Kudos to you for using that. But and if it's not a word, it is now. But love that bug boost. I'll always love to see some damage boosting. Damage boosting is not unique to Super Metroid, but it certainly is highly effective. And I've never seen an entrance into Big Pink like that before. That was really impressive from deknyff, going with a mock ball entrance there. Man, that's the beauty of Super Metroid, is that you see something new regardless of how long you've been watching it for.
Yeah, that's a really neat strat if you want to get the mock ball into Big Pink, but you don't want to do a short hop mock ball. So, yeah, I like that strat from deknyff there. Just any strat is better than no strat, and if your strat is at least decently fast, it's a good strat. So, I like
No
it.
doubt, no doubt. I love that entrance from Omnigazer into Kraid's warehouse, just busting down the 3 super blocks and completing that gap, jumping across that gap in one fell swoop. And a really nice green hill zone from deknyff here. Let's see if he gets this bug boost. Oh, didn't go for it, but did get a good gate shot. So deknyff is definitely turning up the afterburners here, MM2. Still has quite a bit of ground to pick up on Omni, but with these boss fights, anything could go right or wrong for these runners.
Yeah, any percent is. I'd say it's probably the. It's not the most volatile, not even close to RBO and low percent say high, but any percent it's quite a volatile category. In terms of there's a lot of places where you can die. So yeah, Omni is going to take down Kraid, and deknyff is going to skip the Spazer beam.
I like that move. I think Spazer, I mean, I myself pick it up, but I'm also not a sub 50, or I'm not a sub hour runner. But Spazer can be a bit of a crutch. It does, with the full beam combo pre-plasma, it will do as much damage as a super missile. But definitely saving some time there. Ooh, very nice wall jump right off of the edge of that precipice to enter Kraid's warehouse. But we definitely saw a textbook Kraid quick kill from omnigazer. So we're gonna have a little bit of a high five here in the party room, hanging out with those party and key hunters. But yeah, Omni's really setting a nice tempo here.
Yeah, Omni just blazing through this early game. Did he get a sub 10 varia? It was a really good vary time. Just Omni's early game was pretty solid. 44 series and then just solid movement out everywhere.
Absolutely, but let's not sleep on deknyff. We've seen him really impress also with some of this movement. Not going with the bomb setup, just kind of dialing in his position there, morphing to reduce lag pre-Kraid fight. Let's see if he can do a missile Kraid quick kill here. Triple hop Kraid quick kill. You love to see it. Way to go, deknyff.
Heck yeah, that was my strat for a while. Before I decided to do only 2 jumps, but yeah, it's definitely Kraid quick kill is just one of those things where you can have a bunch of different little strats to get it. There's obviously the big variants where there's the charge shot, P shot, 2 missile, 1 missile, and then you've also got the 2 jump, 3 jump for the method for delivering the supers. So there's definitely a bunch of different ways to actually execute the Kraid quick kill, not just do it this one way trick.
No, for sure, for sure. Like we said earlier, kind of alluded to MM2, it's all about runners' preference. It's all about what they find to be most consistent at their current skill level. So both of these runners, despite the disparity in their times, both are coming into this tournament very well practiced, and I believe deknyff had a PB only like 4 days ago. That's what I saw when I was in pre-show.
Indeed, yeah. deknyff with a 56 something or other, Omni with a 47 something or other. So PBs are pretty far apart as times go, but definitely putting on a good show.
Oh, no doubt
so
about
far.
it. No doubt about it.
Have to mention this at least once. Omni does also play on keyboard like myself, so
Oh my God.
Keyboard gang.
The keyboard crew, the keyboard gang representing. Gotta have good representation in your speed game. That's wonderful stuff. But omnigazer had a really nice rising tide into Bubble Mountain. Has to summit Bubble Mountain. Love that strat. Charge shot to kill King Cac. And the D-boost into pre-speed. Oh my goodness gracious, MM2. Omnigazer really impressing here. deknyff managing to kill that Nova Sova, or is it Sova Nova? It's both, let's be honest with ourselves. But
there are arguments to be made for both names.
It's like Walla Walla, Washington. It's such a great enemy name. They named it twice. It's so nice they named it twice, MM2. So it is from now on canonically the Nova Sova. We got double item collection here. We're synced up, MM2, but a few screens away from each other. That's high jump boots for deknyff, speed booster for omnigazer. Tell us a little bit more about speed booster, MM2. Is it just boosted speed, or is there more to it?
Lets you go fast, lets you kill enemies, and lets you shine spark. So I think all
Ooh.
these things are good things, especially in tandem with those high jump boots. So I guess they picked up a dynamic duo at the same time.
Oh yes, I do love the Shine Spark movement technique. Unlike other Metroid games, you do have to burn some energy to Shine Spark in this game, unlike in other 2D Metroid games. But Omni's already into double chamber, heading to get that wave beam. deknyff into Cathedral with the pseudo screw attack, very nicely done. Still has holding on to one super, so ammunition is looking okay for right now. And gonna just roll under Rising Tide while Omni picks up the aforementioned wave beam.
Yeah, I'm a big proponent of the roll under rising tide strat. I do it even when I'm hell running, but yeah, it looked like a bit of a topside attempt, which Omni executed pretty well. There was like a couple hiccups in his topside strat, but still got it. Ooh, deknyff
Oh,
is gonna have a duel with King Kak here.
yeah, I think he got a little bit trolled by that waiver. King Kak hadn't attacked yet, but getting through, just tanking the hit and using iframes to bust through King Kak, and of course dethroning King Kak in the process. So deknyff gonna go now to the speed booster, having higher velocity as well as Shine Spark potential. And for those of you new to Super Metroid speedrunning, the Shine Spark is a movement technique where Samus can run, store up all that, as our good friend Maniacal42 says, store up all that fast that she's accumulated, and then unleash all that fast at one time to move in one of, well, let's see. You have the two diagonal, straight up, and then horizontal. That's 5 different directions.
Yeah, indeed, and you can also use it with a spike, and then you can store all that fast for even longer.
That's right. Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna see a spike suit. I would be highly, highly impressed if we did. Really nice deboost off of that. I forget that enemy's name, but oh, speaking of stored fast being unleashed, an Alpha Spark from Omnigazer, so called because that's the first point in this route that you can execute a Shine Spark that actually saves you time. So Alpha Spark indeed, very nicely done. No Ice Beam pickup for Omni. That's going to be a late pickup. So going with the hero shot here for climbing Red Tower. Beautifully executed MM2.
Very nice. Yeah, that hero shot's really swaggy. There's also, of course, the wall jump down grab climb that you can do, but that's a lot more difficult. Ooh, he's gonna take a hit from that caterpillar there, so health is gonna be a bit lower than he'd like, but 299 alpha PVs is still terrible. It's not terrible.
No, for sure, for sure. And I love those. I love that D boost off the Booyah. He sticks the exiting damage boost off the same enemy. So Omnigazer has definitely come here to play today. He is setting a really nice pace. But don't sleep on deknyff. deknyff is doing a great job. Back into Bubble Mountain, having collected Wave Beam from Double Chamber. But Omnigazer has a date with the ghost with the most reset runs, especially in any percent. So bless RNG, absolutely. We're hoping for good patterns and good luck for our runner here as he heads to the wreck ship.
Does Sirius Station count as a ghost? Because yeah, I think Fantoon's title might be
Oh my
dethroned if
gosh.
there's a ghost on Sirius Station.
Well, you know, Sirius Station did explode MM2, so maybe there's like the ghost of Sirius Station now that it exploded. I don't know. I don't understand how this could work, but we do have a little bit of divergence here. deknyff going for the gonna pick up Ice Beam early. That's gonna make for a really comfy Red Tower climb, and I think
Was Omni going for the high spark so you bonk and have
I
more
think
health?
so. I was
It
just
looked like he wanted to, but went too low.
I was just about to say MM2. You took the words right out of my mouth, but very astute observation. I believe Omni did go for that high spark, looking to save some health. So sitting at 137 right now and setting up for this nice speedball. Oh, beautiful execution, just smoother than silk. Very nice from Omni, but this is going to be, even with Various Suit, this is going to be a pretty challenging fight.
Yeah, Fantoon's a difficult fight. It's even harder to do it fast. There's the X Factor strats, which is probably what Omni's going to go for. Probably an X Factor in the first round, then Doppler in the
Followed
second.
by Doppler. Yeah, I completely
Yeah,
agree. And
yeah, he's going to go for the Poplar setup. Gets it, very
love
nice.
it. Love the Poplar setup. Shout outs to Poppy. It's a very consistent setup and very easy to learn. But speaking of not sleeping on deknyff, did you see that mock ball escape from ice? That was swiggity swaggity, also smoother than silk. Love to see when these runners execute. My goodness, was that a fast fight from omnigazer.
Yeah, I got fast slow on his patterns. Yeah, 2 round is very nice, no matter what the patterns are.
Absolutely. Furiously waving goodbye to Fantoon. The ghost is busted. And deknyff also getting alpha sparks. That's double alpha sparks in this route. That is stupendous.
Yeah, you might even call it the ass spark.
Oh, yeah? Why would we call it that?
I don't know, Hockey. Maybe it's the double alpha spark means
Oh, my
2A.
gosh. Double A spark.
Yeah, maybe it's the battery spark. That's probably a better name.
There we go. The battery spark. I love it. Both runners get it. Oh, my goodness. That
Only
is too
possible
much.
with double KPDR.
Only possible. The only circumstances that this will ever work. So deknyff going with the D boost across the Hellway, doing a quick farm. Red Tower climb was absolutely fine because of that ice beam. But omnigazer out to a firm lead here, heading into the attic. And the attic is a tough room.
Yeah, attic's definitely a difficult room. He's going to go with the... Ooh, that was tight getting that charge, but he got it in time, and he's going to be able to do the blue keep into... There he goes, yeah. Gets that.
I think
gets the ending with a bit of ammo there.
Maybe a pixel or two away from hitting that key hunter with that blue suit from the speed booster. My goodness, was that close. And deknyff electing to freeze those booyahs, using them as platforms as the game intended. You love to see it. Love to see all of the creative strats that these runners come up with to navigate through the game. Because let's be honest, MM2, I think a lot of people, myself included, when they first got into Super Metroid speedrunning, were just completely focused on the tricks and not necessarily focused on the movement. And in this game, moving Samus through space is so much harder than executing some of the tricks.
I have to agree with you, Hockey. Movement in this game is extremely, extremely difficult to get down optimally or even close to optimally. It just takes a lot of experience and a lot of feel for how Samus moves and how to control her better. And yeah, that just comes with time. And you just got to put in the time, put in the runs, put in the practice put in the practice more than the runs.
No, absolutely.
Ooh, deknyff bonks that moat spark upwards.
Yeah, little bit of bonk, but he winds up, takes another stab at it, no problem. And speaking of sparks, we saw a great spark across bowling from omnigazer. It's been a minute since I've seen a bowling spark. Usually runners do not have the health to execute that spark.
And another goop spark. Heck,
just a little goop, a little bit of gooping from deknyff. That is totally fine. He's backs it up, goes for it, no problem. We had another high five there at the West Ocean MM2. But Omni's got that gravity suit heading straight to Meridia, farming up those crabs. But deknyff still has to bust the ghost. Fantoon. Activate the power in the wrecked ship.
Indeed, deknyff gonna elect to farm those from the Coburns. So you can have, probably looking for some more health for Fantoon.
Oh, absolutely. I like this play. I like that the runners take the time to not risk it, especially in a race setting. Ooh, got trolled by that second atomic. I don't think there was any drop.
No, I think there was.
Okay, then there was.
Yeah, the first Coburn he farmed had a super drop, then he went from 147 to 187, so there had to be 2 health drops.
All right,
so
perfect.
Yeah.
I must have missed it.
It was very fast.
That's why I got a co-commentator for all the stuff that I miss.
Yeah.
Sometimes...
Also,
no, go ahead.
Excuse me. Omni actually electing to farm that the bug guy in Red Tower.
Oh, you mean the frog?
Yeah, the frog guy. Yeah, everything's a frog in this game. You see those enemies on deknyff screen? Yeah, they're all frogs.
Yeah, those are just flame frogs. That's it.
Exactly. Gonna go with misses the X Factor strat. Not gonna. Yeah, that's a hard strat to go for.
That is, yeah. I think one of the particles did land, but tough luck there trying to get that X Factor land. For those of you not in the know, or those of you new to this game, the X Factor is a so-called special beam attack. If you just have a single beam selected and charge beam and at least one power bomb, you can select power bombs and charge up those four particles landed.
That was really tight.
But he landed them.
He did, yeah.
Charge up the charge beam, select power bombs, and you create. It's supposed to be a shield from each of the beams, but the community calls it the X Factor, and it's a highly damaging attack. Goes with another one, finishes off Fantoon with a double X Factor. Very nicely done from deknyff.
Yeah, I guess that was a triple X Factor fight.
A triple, yeah, technically, yes.
Yeah, went in with 3, used them all.
Now, speaking of X Factors, how about that on Batoon? The D-called strat, I call it the heat-seeking missile X Factor. My goodness, I love that setup, the way the particles just sort of all swirl around and then collide with Batoon's face. A one-round Batoon from omnigazer, and a that's what I call that. If you enter that morph ball tunnel without without having to fall down the side, that is a Yahtzee. So, I mean, omnigazer is just setting an incredible pace here.
Yeah, this is really sick pace for Omni. This looks good for full happy. That down grab could have been better, but okay. He's just gonna go for normal happy here.
Normal happy, that's right. So just a little bit too low. Made it through the door, no problem, into the Coliseum. But yeah, it goes with the happy, still saving time. And now a dragon fight. MM2, tell us about the dragon fight. What's the usual 1-2 combo?
The usual 1-2 combo is Dragon's body on Samus, and then Samus dies.
Oh my god. Come on, no chain damage, no chain damage.
Yeah, I sincerely hope there is no chain damage in this run. That would be extremely unfortunate.
So we've been seeing a lot of X Factoring, and omnigazer is going to open up with an X Factor into a Shine Spark here on Dragon, because Dragon is one of the only enemies in the game, I should say the only boss in the game that takes damage off of a Shine Spark.
Yeah, indeed. That's a solid opener there, and it's going to start his second Shine Spark, gets a goop pattern. That's generally what you want to see. And oh no!
Ooh, a little diagonal. Wanted the horizontal spark there, but gonna back it up. Try one more time. Just needs to land another spark to get that blue suit.
Yeah, get a few more ammo shots in here. Yeah, probably just gonna end the fight with ammo here. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Finishes the fight. Not generally how you want a Dragon fight to go, but got the kill.
Considering that he was one input away from a 2-round, I think that was still a very solid Dragon fight. He's going to go in there and pick up that space jump.
Indeed here, yeah. Omni getting a 26-28 space jump time. That's a solid time, I have to say.
Absolutely. He's only got one more of the main 4 bosses to face. That is Ridley down in Lower Norfair. Meanwhile, deknyff made it to bowling, pre-gravity room. I love the bowling cutscene because it gives a chance to shake it off, let go of any major, minor mistakes you've made throughout the run, and just kind of reset the brain a little bit. And how about this from omnigazer? No blue suit, but going with the Womple jump. I love a good Womple jump. Dropped it at the very end, but who cares, MM2? Omnigazer's got so many tricks in his repertoire.
For sure. And also, taking a look at Omni's splits, he is apparently on just under 6 seconds PB pace. So this is definitely a solid run for him.
That is really, really impressive in a race setting, nonetheless. So I'd be curious to see if either of these runners are going to be taking a safety save before Mother Brain. Does omnigazer, if he's on a critically good pace heading into G4, I mean, do you go for it?
Oh no, you don't. If you're on PB pace, you don't take a save, no matter if you're 3 minutes ahead or 30 minutes ahead. You don't risk your PB attempt.
You got to risk it for the biscuit.
For sure.
I love it, MM2.
But yeah, if he's not on too good a pace and he's watching the restream, I don't know. You might take the save, you might not. Who knows? Depends on your comfort level, to be honest.
No, for sure, MM2. Different strategies for different runners, but omnigazer picking up that plasma beam. He's going to have to defeat all of the pink plasma guarding pirates here in the plasma beam room, and no power bomb drop, but looks like he got them all. Very tidy room.
Yeah, that's a sick room strat when done right. You can also you should also see the optimal late croc hundo strat, which is also really difficult and also looks insane because it's also very very difficult.
Right, right. But deknyff heading into Meridia. Oh, I like this play from deknyff. Gonna hit up the Sloater's Refill. That's one of my favorite rooms in the game. I try to visit it as often as I can, but a very good idea to fill up the energy before Meridia because every enemy in Meridia just hits like an absolute freight train.
Hey, Hockey, you know what category visits Slaughter's Refill?
What category is that, MM2?
It's the one where you get all the map tiles.
Oh yeah, I believe it's called 100% map map completion or just Mapo. We do
Wait.
love the extension categories here in the Super Metroid
Extension
community.
categories, I feel dishonored.
Oh
Mapo
my
is
gosh.
a main board category.
Oh
and it will
no, what have I
always be.
done? What have I done, chat? Oh boy.
Hockey, I don't know if I could stay on these comms anymore.
Oh, you have to.
This is a
We're
bit
finishing
much.
this. We're finishing this, MM2. We're finishing this.
I
All right,
could never.
Main category, deknyff into Meridia having a bit of trouble in Fishbowl, but makes it up to Mount Everest, just has to scale Mount Everest with that diagonal spark. But omnigazer already into Ice Beam. Wow, that was very fast from deknyff. Very nice room. Oh my goodness. Sorry, main line category. So sorry, MM2. I got my wires a little crossed.
Yeah, it may not be the most main line of categories, but it is most certainly on the main board.
Well, it's been at least one charity marathon.
Yeah.
One of the largest ones. It's held twice a year. But what's more important than that is SGLIVE 2021 and all the tournaments on display. In addition to the Any% tournament, which is a double elimination tournament, we also have a randomizer tournament, and the top 16 was decided earlier this afternoon. But deknyff going with the traditional X Factor strategy against Botwoon, looking for a 2 round here. Oh, Botwoon just trolled him, but a very quick 3 round. No sweat. And of course, omnigazer having picked up that late Ice Beam, going with the south route, going via Croc Speedway to Lower Norfair.
Yeah, the two routes on the way from Ice to Lower Norfair are almost identical in time. The one Omni's taking is almost it's barely faster, but it's so minuscule you don't really care. It's just a matter of, again, personal preference.
For sure. And I think the routing, for me at least, like in my head, the routing makes a bit more sense because you're already at Ice Beam, you're already destroying those speed tiles. You just lay the power bomb, get down there, go to the Croc Speedway.
For sure. You also mentioned earlier that this tournament is double elimination, and both of these runners have already taken one loss, so they're both already in the bottom bracket. The winner of this match is going to go on to face Professor School, which is a very, very intimidating opponent.
Oh yeah, Professor School's, he's also had a recent PB. What I love about these tournaments, MM2, is a lot of the runners that don't typically run Any%, they have to really sort of get dialed in, and you start to see a lot of runners start PBing in preparation for the tournament.
For sure, yeah. There's just, when you put your nose to the grindstone of a category, it's amazing how much little time save you can pull out of actually putting more than 1 or 2 runs into a category.
No, absolutely. Look at this worst room in the game, following immediately on the footsteps, or I should say on the heels of that fast pillar spark from omnigazer. Omnigazer's having a terrific Lower Norfair right now.
Yeah,
I don't know, Chad. I don't know if you're watching this, but we sure are. And this has been a really nice race. But
yeah, that
omnigazer's
amphitheater
really
was
turning up the tempo.
Yeah. That amphitheater was probably the worst room of the Lower Norfair so far, and you just bonked the ceiling on the entry there, but he's gonna make it through there.
He kept the space jump though, MM2, didn't he?
He did keep the space jump, so that's the important part.
Not dropping the space jump, I think, is really important for that amphitheater room. But now he's into Wasteland. Wasteland is a notoriously tricky room in this run. But deknyff taking down Dragon with ammo. Health is looking terrific. He's going to pick up that space jump. See if Omni goes for the Kago here. Very nice single Kago into Metal Pirates. with that plasma beam, full beam combination. Just going to step on those tiles, get the pirates into their patterns. Look at
Oh,
that. Oh,
nice.
oh,
Gets the optimal strat. Let's
oh
go.
my goodness. Let's go indeed. Oh, that was terrific.
Keyboard represent.
I have to keep reminding myself, omnigazer is playing on a keyboard, on a standard PC keyboard. But now the Ridley fight, MM2, 20 charge shots from omnigazer with this beam combination, and using, I like to call that strat death from above. It lets our runners get an extra charge shot in on Ridley, kind of pre-fight.
That's a great strat name. I've never thought of that, of naming that strat. It's just been the Ridley opener when you have full beam. But that's a great strat name. I think I'm gonna call it that now.
I'll be
Thank
perfectly
you,
honest with
Hockey.
you, MM2, I just came up with it right on the spot. That's the beauty of commentary. It's just whatever comes to mind. But omnigazer locked in Mortal Kombat here with Ridley. Already got the first color change. But deknyff having a tidy CAC attack alley. Not croc attack, my goodness. And the fight's already over. So in the first round, victory by knockout is omnigazer. My goodness. Already got 4 tanks, so no reason to get the Ridley E-tank. Health is looking terrific for this lower Norfair escape. This is really impressive.
This is a really solid pace. Checking Omni's splits again, he is just behind his PB, so lost a bit of time between Space Jump and Ridley, but it's still a really, really good pace, especially given the fact that this is a race. So,
Oh, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. Looking for this speed ball here in Wasteland. Going to clip through the rest of that statue. Didn't quite get the deep boost, but he's backed up enough. Oh, getting trolled by the Disgigas. But setting up, got the clip through that Disgiga. Oh, what a great speed ball. But deknyff having completed his beam combination. He's got the plasma beam, just has to kill all these pink pirates. But yeah, hats off to deknyff as well. This has been really impressive. It's hard when you're coming into a match when your PB is almost 10 minutes slower than your opponent, but he's really playing like he's got nothing to lose, and I really respect that.
yeah, this is true. Yeah, I like how he's playing because this is just play your own race. I like that. I like to have that mentality when I'm going into a race, especially when my opponent's a lot better than me. Just play your own race. Hope they mess up. If they do, great. If they don't, oh well. Still is a good race. Because the point of race is just to have fun, not to.
Oh yeah. Although I correct me if I'm wrong, M2, I do believe that this tournament does have a prize pool.
It does indeed have a cash prize pool.
I really think that's remarkable because, again, I'm not trying to pontificate here, but when I came into Super Metroid, like, the idea of a cash tournament was preposterous. And within a couple of years, just through the growth of the game, and thanks to all the people in the community that have kind of spearheaded the democratization of Super Metroid speedrunning, we've seen there start to be cash prizes at tournaments. It's become more of a regular thing. And so I think that's just wonderful to kind of illustrate the growth of the game. But like you said, I'm not trying to take anything away from the fun aspect, because at the end of the day, it is about fun and sportsmanship. That is the most important thing.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, we are all just a bunch of nerds racing some 30-year-old game from the 90s. So
this game's almost older than I am, MM2. Almost. Oh, that's right. Thank you to one of our tournament organizers, Eddie. $300 cash prize pool plus a RGB modded SNES Junior. What a generous offer, or I should say prize, for first place. That is wonderful. But deknyff going with Northern Route. I like it because he's already got Ice Beam, heading down to Lower Norfair. But omnigazer already back into the Meridia Revisit, looking to make it to Red Tower. What can you say, MM2? Omnigazer has definitely set the tone in this race.
he's gaming. He is
Definitely gaming.
gaming.
No question about it.
He's gonna get that gate, and
A nice
not
knockdown.
unfortunately, fortunately, in
Fortunately,
fact, we do
fortunately
not have.
he got that super gate.
I was gonna
and
say,
the mock ball.
yeah, that too. And fortunately, he does not have the spring ball, so he can't do the foosball out of there.
Oh my gosh. I do love the foosball, but we won't ever see it in any percent. Not in this tournament.
Not in this tournament. I sure hope not. If you find yourself picking up spring ball in an any percent run, I don't think you're running the right category.
I think something has gone horribly wrong. But what isn't horribly wrong is the way both of these runners have executed throughout this race. deknyff is definitely impressed. Definitely a runner to keep your eye on as an up-and-comer. I don't really know much about his experience with the game, whether he's kind of took some time off and came back to it, or whether he's relatively new, but definitely going to see the time definitely fall off. And if you love what you've seen here today here on SG4, make sure to give these runners a follow. It'll be highly appreciated by them, and they'll be able to showcase their skills more often.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. Like Hockey said, definitely give both of these runners a follow, and stay tuned for the rest of this tournament. We've got a lot more matches coming. I'm gonna check the schedule.
Yeah, there are a slew of matches on the schedule, both upper and lower brackets. The backdoor bracket, as Professor School would say, that action is really heating up. And yeah, there's a lot other Super Metroid. Like we said, there's a randomizer tournament that's going to be starting. That's going to be single elimination, but best of 3 for every race, with some very interesting settings throughout the course of the tournament.
Yeah, indeed. Area and boss rando both on for that randomizer tournament. So it's gonna be interesting.
Full area rando. So omnigazer the first to make it to G4. That means he's headed to Torian. deknyff into Red Key Hunter Shaft. Oh, I like this move from deknyff. Taking a safety here pre-Ridley. You would hate to have the wheels fall off when you've come this far into the race. Ridley is a notoriously challenging fight. Definitely tough to master, even with this beam combination. And a bomb spread strat. I like that. Saving the power bomb.
Yeah, I needed to do that since he didn't get fast pillars or any pillars. So
still no need to get the PBs of necessity here for deknyff, because he still has that single power bomb left.
Indeed, and you got a wide range of places to place that power bomb. So no risk of missing it. And Omni, since he's running 2010, he's going to be able to just super that and gets 29. This is scary. If he's playing for the race, he'll save, I think. But if he's not, if he's playing for PB, then he's not going to save and just probably play it a bit safe on Mother Brain 1. But he does not have much room of error at this moment. This is the equivalent of 1510. Which is the bare minimum ammo you need at any percent. Obviously, low percent's one lower, but that requires refilling. So,
for sure, MM2. So this is very tight. He's setting up for that baby.
Oh, going for the space jump skip. This is slightly faster. Oh my god!
Wow!
The knowledge to leave that block there, and just the courage, the bravery from Omni to go for that skip. That was a beautiful baby skip.
That was ice water in the veins. That is 4150 door into almost the Zebetite room. My goodness gracious. And no save, MM2.
Yeah, no save. He knows what pace he's on. And gets Zeb skip. No trouble there.
When you nail baby skip, and not to mention nailing it that way, I mean, you just got to go for it. You just have to. And Omni's going for it. Meanwhile, deknyff, though,
nice.
Locked in battle with Ridley, but yes, a wonderful Mother Brain 1. 2 missiles left over for omnigazer. This has been sensational, MM2. Absolutely sensational for a matinee race.
Indeed, Omni is gonna be fighting his Mother Brain 2 fight. Does have the Kraid E-Tank. Kraid Tank is all of our co-pilots, but not Omni's. He had plenty of room to spare on pretty much everything. So yeah, but Kraid Tank is great safety, and so he will be able to tank. Oh no, deknyff!
Ridley
deknyff getting
absolute trolled
by the. This is why you save. If you're not confident in that Ridley fight, you can take that safety save.
I don't even think it was lack of confidence. It was Ridley just barging, just absolutely smashing down. I mean, Ridley was dead. Ridley was absolutely dead there. But just not playing nice whatsoever.
Yeah, Ridley wasn't dead. Well,
Oh,
no,
probably
Ridley
one
was
shot
dead.
away.
Yeah, Ridley was dead, and then just the grab is just not nice sometimes, and it can
Ah,
just
man.
be rough. But
Tough luck for deknyff, but he's going to dust himself off and try again. He's back into Wasteland. Meanwhile, omnigazer into the saddest cutscene in Metroid video game history. The baby is draining Mother Brain of all of its energy as well as that hyper beam. But this is definitely, barring any sort of catastrophe, omnigazer is going to win this one running away. It's been a sensational race. We do hope that you've enjoyed watching it here on SpeedGaming for SpeedGaming Live 2021 Super Metroid Any Percent Tournament. deknyff versus omnigazer, just wonderful stuff on a weekend afternoon race. We thank you all for joining us. But wait, there's more racing to be done. Oh my goodness, I had you guys. I pulled a fast one on you. You thought I was gonna pull the plug, MM2, but I was just playing around.
I sure hope you weren't going to pull the plug. This race is definitely not over.
Oh my
Omni
gosh, can you
is still
imagine?
on PB, so
Oh, so it's gonna come down
Yeah.
to the escape.
indeed, he's got 7 seconds of leeway with his Mother Brain 2 dead split.
Oh my gosh. Well, let's see. He's going to look for the good shooting rhythm here. Good hops, nice hops, 36 hyper beam shots delivered right to Mother Brain's face.
Missed
Not
2 so far.
just 2, but they quick recovery. Look at that head snap back. It's like getting hit with a haymaker. Oh yeah, beautiful shooting
Nice.
rhythm. omnigazer with a terrific Mother Brain 3. But deknyff, Ridley is just being such a troll. Just a complete jerk. Just trying to bully deknyff here, but deknyff saying, I got a fully charged beam combination, and I'm just gonna give you the goods. Give Ridley the business, deknyff. But MM2, omnigazer's on the escape. We're gonna look for that clean Leodox room, as well as that final spark.
Oh, I see what deknyff's problem was. He was in the center of the room instead of just to the right of the left column, which is where you want to be to get the faster grab. So yeah, that's just stuff you need to know in the Ridley fight. Ridley's such a practice it until you. I don't know. You never really stop practicing Ridley. Ridley's just.
Oh, that's true.
There's so much to learn. It's just more of a feel fight than anything else, but.
For sure. I do like this pickup from deknyff grabbing that Ridley tank. So 5 tanks, plenty of safety in this race setting, especially for Mother Brain 1 and 2. But omnigazer bringing it on home into the parlor, trying to avoid getting slowed down by that steam.
Oh,
Through the door. How close are we, MM2?
this is not even close to his PB. omnigazer finishing in first place with an official racetime.gg time of 46 minutes and 36 seconds. That is not only a win for the race, but also a personal best time for Omni. So, very good race.
Oh my goodness gracious. Race, not only a race PB, but an overall PB. Heading on to face Professor School, and deknyff has forfeit the match, will not be finishing.
Yeah,
So,
that's an understandable sentiment
Yes,
after
yeah.
taking the death to Ridley for sure.
I think so too. Especially in the bottom bracket. But we hope that both of these runners will join us for the post-match interview, because it was definitely a spellbinding race.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more with you. This is a very, very good race and just a sensational run from Omni.
All right, MM2, have we taken a look at the schedule? Correction. Well, we're now joined by omnigazer. GG's Omni.
Yeah, GG essentially just great run. GG's on the PB.
Oh yeah, thanks guys. I thought I would die here at some point, because I was really nervous doing the whole run, and I only recomposed myself, I think, like after I made those mistakes at Dragon. That took the edge off for sure. I was like, Okay, so I was on, let me check, on minus 30 pace, and after Dragon I was only minus 6. I was like, okay. You know.
Heckin'.
Wow.
Yeah, Dragon can just do that to you. It's just, yeah, you know this, but it's just so much can go wrong in Dragon.
Yeah, but that was a stupid mistake, really. I shouldn't have done that. But that's okay, I wasn't too worried about it.
No, for sure, for sure. GG's, Omni. That was a spectacular race. We're also joined by deknyff. GG's.
Well, not the race I hoped for, but GG Omni, fantastic pace from you. That looked really good from where I was watching. I was fairly happy with my run mostly. Bit of a shame then to take a sloppy death to Ridley, and I was obviously like my skill level is a lot lower, so I was very reliant on Omni messing something up badly, and it doesn't seem that happened. So full credit to Omni for pulling it off, and yeah, getting a great time, great win.
Yeah, thanks, man. GG. Sorry about your run.
I think dying to bosses is a familiar experience for anyone who runs any percent at any level.
Oh, no.
It's gonna happen.
No question about it.
Yeah, if you run any percent, you will die in the run. This is just how the game goes.
Yeah, actually, I was really afraid of that because I don't know if you know, but in the qualifiers and in my previous race, I took some deaths, and because I'm normally nervous during a race, I was like, don't let that happen. I really didn't want to die there.
Well, we both MM2 both of us know this from both of you. Like, you basically pulled out all the stops. Like, there really wasn't any safeties, minus maybe picking up the Ridley tank. I know Omni, you picked up 4 tanks, which is very comfy for a race, but you know, still kind of dangerous. But just the execution. I mean, you both were just nailing stuff throughout the race.
Yeah, definitely a really solid race from both of you. Nice space jump baby skip from you, Omni. That was a sick baby skip.
That was sick.
Oh yeah, thanks. I am always going for that now, and I was afraid I was gonna miss it because I wasn't PB pace. So yeah, that was the key element of my run, I guess, nailing that skip.
For sure, yeah. GG's to you both.
Absolutely. So, Omni, you're moving on to face Professor School here in the backdoor bracket.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's gonna be a tough match for sure. I should put... Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, please.
In order to win that, I think I should pull off a run like similar to what I just did. And that's not gonna be easy, I think.
No, for sure. But I mean, just seeing the execution, seeing the consistency of pace from start to finish, if you play like that, it's going to be a tough day for Professor School, as good as he is.
For sure, yeah. You two are very similar in skill level and in PBs, so yeah, I'm definitely very excited to see how it ends up.
So, deknyff, unfortunately, this will bring your participation in the SGLIVE 2021 and Super Metroid 8% tournament to an end. But do you have any closing remarks about your experience or any shout-outs or anything?
Yeah, well, this was my first tournament of any form in Super Metroid, and I've really enjoyed it, start to finish. I think it's been super well organized. So yeah, full credit to Eddie and everyone else involved and everyone at SGL. Wish Omni best of luck against Professor Skull. I agree, that sounds like a great matchup, and looking forward to watching that. And yeah, thanks to you guys for comms. I hope to be back next time. Any percent or hundo tournaments on the horizon, I hope I'll be there.
Outstanding. We look forward to seeing your future participation, not only in tournaments, but in Super Metroid speedrunning in general.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Yeah, well, with that, any final words from either of you?
Yeah, I guess I'm looking forward to rewatching this VOD because I'm always excited for good comms, on my races. And yeah, I'm sorry, deknyff, about your run, since you mentioned it was going well. And I don't know, I guess shout outs to MGA for telling me never to save in races.
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah.
and forgetting he's 43. Good work, man.
Yeah, for sure. GG's to MGA on that 43. Yeah, I guess Go ahead. Or not. Well, thank you all for watching. I guess my final words would be, yeah, GG's great race. Congrats to Omni on the PB, and yeah, Hockey, I will let you take us out.
All right, well, thank you so much, MM2. Great race, as always, here on Speed Gaming 4 as part of the Speed Gaming Live 2021 Super Metroid Any % tournament. Very, very special thanks to MM2, my co-commentator extraordinaire. But this has been the Hockey Towner, and I'm wishing all of you a wonderful rest of your day and a better tomorrow.
Yeah, you too, man. Thanks for the comms. And
Thanks.